Hey, what's up, guys? Man, hell of a day, hell of a day. Tonight's topic, I said we were going to talk, and it's crazy because, I got a whiteboard up here and I write down, I got like 15 topics on it. And then if you guys ask something in the comments, I'll just sling it in there and I'll hold mine off and then I'll move forward with yours. But my topic for tonight was how to make more money in side hustles and side hustles. So we were going to go over a little bit of just random things, and I was really going to tell you guys, we'll get to it, but it's how to make more money and side hustles. And then in the comments, I see a question, and it's from a single mother basically asking how to make more money. What are my thoughts on how she can make more money? She's getting ready to go to college. She works a 12-hour shift. She's making 43 grand a year. She's single mother to a 9-year-old, paying with a 50-50 custody plan. So she's got the child most of her nights, and the dad's getting, and she says in here that father's not on child support and he's pulling his share financially. And that is good. That is good. I thought about when I read this question from you, and I read this morning, I thought about you for most of the day while I was at work at my job. And that is really good. If you want to run the relationship with your daughter and ex-husband or her father, put him on child support. A man cannot be a father if he is placed on child support. I don't care for any woman in the comments, and fellas, feel free to comment below about anything you want to, but don't red pill rager. Okay. I know how some of you guys are. And ladies, if you feel red pill rage, just assume he's got Tourette's or something. Just But listen, fellas, feel free to comment and let them know, because she's doing the right thing. I wish a lot of women would pick this up, to not put him on child support if he's paying and doing his fatherly duties. Because I'm going to be honest with you, child support is an act of war. This video was not made about child support, but when I read that, I had to comment on it because, my hat's off to you for that, for letting that man be a father and do what he's supposed to do. So, ultimately, your bills are your bills. You're an adult on planet Earth. If you didn't have that child, you would still have to pay rent, lights, water, gas, and this and that. But most women use child support to fund their lifestyle. You did not seek that. You're allowing her dad to be a dad. When you put a man on child support, he no longer has the opportunity to be a father. It doesn't. And I know there's going to be women that argue with me about this, but when you put a man on child support, he no longer has the opportunity to be a father. The child support system, when people think of child support, they do not think of what it is. They just think child support. So it's a word, it's a term. It is the government coming after you. They are coming after your bank accounts. They're coming after your driver's license. You got a real estate license. They come after it. They don't stop. They do not stop. Nobody ever talks about the amount of men that commit suicide because of the child support system. Nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever speaks about that, and you don't hear about it, about the amount of men that commit suicide because of the child support system and the things that it does to fathers. It 100% stops you from growth in life. The more money I make, the more money they take. It is a horrible system. It is heavily flawed. And there's so much I could say about it. And people could say that I'm being biased. No, I'm being honest. I understand the need for that. I understand the need because some men will just create a child and run away. I completely understand the need for a system like that. But I also understand that this system is a business. Every time I make a child support payment, it charges me $30 to make a payment. So I pay for the state of California. So let's go ahead and just assume 1 million people a month in state of California are making a $30 payment. You understand? It's $30 million a month that they're getting. That's $360 million a year that they're getting from men and women. Some women are on child support, but mainly men, that they are getting for a payment processing system. And then to harass the father, he's fighting for his financial life. He can no longer be a dad. So hats off to you. We're not going to stay on that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Hats off to you for not putting that man on it and allowing him to be a dad, because your daughter deserves a dad. I don't believe a lot of women understand how much it affects a child to not know their father. Even grown men right now that are watching this video still hurt because they didn't know who their daddy was. Still hurt. Women too, I'm sure, but this is a predominantly male channel, so I'm telling you, man, there's 40, 50-year-old men still out there wondering what their father was like because he was alienated, thrown into the system. I could talk all day about it. You guys know I can. We're not going to do that right now. So fellas, no red pill rage. Be nice. Leave comments to help this young lady. So as far as going to college anymore, I'm not so much for, I'm all for education, but I'm not for education when it is going to ruin your financial life by hindering you to move forward with student loans. I'm not for it. So whatever you're going to school for, you didn't specify that. Make sure that it's worth it. Make sure that it's actually going to get you somewhere. And if you feel along the way that it's not, stop it. Cut it loose. As far as having a 9-year-old daughter, not leaving her home alone, you're 100% correct. You shouldn't leave. She's a little girl. You shouldn't leave her home alone for sure. You should. I mean, yeah, you're doing great by that. The 50-50 custody, not putting dad on child support, letting him be a father. You getting your daughter on your off nights and dad's got the daughter. Like, I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it. I personally believe that you're just in the space you're in. And I think that honestly, as long as you can feed yourself and pay your bills, I think that you should focus on just being a mom. And I'm serious. Like, I know you want money. I know you want to do things, but trust me, the next 5 or 6 years are going to fly by. You're going to wake up and that little girl is going to be well, you didn't say 9-year-old. Did you say she was a daughter? For some reason, I thought you said she was a daughter. I might be wrong, but anyways, I feel like you should. Wait. Yeah, I have my daughter. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to break character like that. I had to figure that out. I wouldn't want to sit there and keep saying daughter, and she did. But yeah, no, I think that you should just focus on being a mom. As long as you can feed yourself and pay your bills. I know you want more money, so maybe there's some things you can downgrade, you can get rid of to make life a little bit easier if you need to. You know, if you got an extra car, if you don't need a car, if you're able, whatever, maybe you're able to, at her being 9, maybe you can move into a 1-bedroom. I've considered that before in the past, you know, living in a bigger city, move into a 1-bedroom, let my son have that bedroom. I take the living room and we basically just dump the living room. It's just 2 guys. Excuse me. Just 2 guys in here. You know, he's almost 16 years old. Just 2 guys. He can have his freaking bedroom, have his privacy, play his game, do his thing, and then I can have the living room, ultimately make it into my bedroom, and we can live, you know, higher up, you know, nicer lifestyle. Something that I've considered doing just to save money on the rent and things like that. So that might be an option for you to downsize your home and get something a little bit smaller if possible. If those things aren't possible, then, I mean, if you can feed yourself and pay your bills on the $43K a year, be a mom, man, because you're going to wake up and she's going to be 15, 16 years old. It's going to fly by. You know, as long as you don't got anything like super pressing and hard up on you, and, you know, take your due diligence, you know, make sure you pay off your debts and get things rolling. I don't really know your actual financial plan. If you don't have one, sit down and make one. I might do a video on something like that at some point. But none of this sounds like an excuse, because I was in the same boat. I raised my son alone from 3 years old till now. Nobody ever wanted to help me. Nobody ever wanted to babysit. I lost multiple great jobs in the process. And, you know, I stayed in poverty when he was little. It was just hard. You know, people, when you got little kids and you're not married, people do not want to help. I mean, your friends, your family, like, I mean, people don't want to help you, and it's very difficult and it's very hard. So I completely understand. And no, it doesn't sound like an excuse at all. And, you know, talking about side hustles, as far as making more money in side hustles, I want all of you guys, let's shift gears real fast. And I want you to stop using the term side hustle. All right, it just being honest. All right, we're all grown here. We're either doing this shit or we're not. Okay, straight up. A side hustle means like I don't put any effort into it. I might sell something, I might not. I see people trying to sell food plates and cakes and make candles and sell them, and it's their side hustle. And you sell one candle or two candles a week or this. No, fuck all that. That's a waste of time. Either we're doing this or we're not. There's no point in us wasting our time on a side hustle. It's just to waste our time and make $20 or $30 here and there. It's pointless. So I need you to lock in. I need you to sit back and I need you to lock in on, hey, I got my full-time job. I got a guaranteed 43 grand a year coming in. Let's just call it 40, math purposes. I got a guaranteed 40 coming in. I got to keep working this job. And I don't want to hear the side hustle bullshit. What business am I going to start? I want it there. I don't want side hustle. Side hustle sounds so amateur and immature. What business am I going to start? And now I say that because I want you to develop the mindset that you will be a business owner, not a side hustler or a hustler. You will be a business owner. So if we're going to start a side hustle with candles, how about we start a candle company? You feel me? You understand? How about we go ahead and just dive all the way in? If you enjoy making candles or you enjoy baking cakes, who is the best baker that you know? Who is the top chef that you know of? Most of you probably thought Gordon Ramsay or somebody on that level. Great. Chase them. I am going to be the best baker out there. I'm going to make the best decorated cakes out there. This isn't a side hustle. This is a business. I'm going to have a legit business and I'm going to grow it. And one day this business will overtake my job. I am going to use my job to fuel my business, not my side hustle. We're not side hustlers no more. We're business owners. Okay. Then that's where I want everybody to shift your mind and your way of thinking. If you start, we're getting ready to go into the winter time. What comes after winter, right? Spring and summer. Everybody knows the lawn care season will pick up. So if you want to start a lawn care service and you've been thinking about it, your time to prepare is now. Whatever equipment you need, whatever you need to do, you will catch it on sale now and you launch next year. As soon as spring hits, you start throwing out flyers and pamphlets all over the place. You start running your marketing through social media. You are running a business. You are not cutting grass on the side. You are running a business. Okay? You happen to be a business owner that works a job. That job fuels your business. You will get what I'm saying. If you really implement the words that are coming out of my mouth and develop that mindset that you are now a business owner. We don't do that side hustle shit over here. I don't side hustle, okay? I don't do that. That's a waste of time. Side hustles get me $20 and $30. I don't want to do that. I need 300s and 3000s, okay? We're business owners. So if you make candles, you're not just making candles anymore. You're making a candle company. I want you to go look at the everything. I want you to go look at the whole makeup of Yankee Candle, or I want you to go look at the whole makeup of what's the store in the mall that freaking sells all the candles. I want you to go look at them, and I want you to see their business model. What do they do? What are they doing? How do they do it? You can Google a lot of these things, and you just got to sit down, break it down, and analyze it. Spend a day or two figuring it out. See what they do. If you're any good, don't go cheap. Don't go cheap. I don't even buy Yankee candles. After I bought the good candles, I don't even look at Yankee Candle no more. You know what I mean? Like Yankee Candle might be priced, it might be priced right with their $5 candles and $6 candles and whatnot. But man, if you really want your house to smell good, you got to go 25s and 30s. So how do we build this candle company? The first thing that we got to do with the candle company is obviously we have to get our materials together. We're going to have to grab all our materials together, everything that we're going to need, our wax, everything. I don't have an itemized list of what it takes to develop a candle company, but we're going to get all of our materials together. We're going to start making these candles in our kitchen, and we're going to make the best damn candles on the market. And I get it. It's going to be a little expensive. That's why you have a job. This job is going to fuel your business. You're going to make great candles. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do the best you can to make probably, let's say, 100 candles. maybe 200. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But what you're going to have to do after you've made a bunch of candles and you've gotten all your marketing items together, you don't need to go crazy on marketing. We're just starting out. So you don't need to, when I say don't go crazy on marketing, I see so many people on these business startups, not side hustles. We're not side hustlers. I see people start making t-shirts. I see them making hats and getting all these things together. You don't need that shit. Nobody's going to wear your candle company t-shirt. Okay. Nobody's going to wear it. I promise. Nobody's going to wear the hat. You do not need it. I know it seems cool. I know it looks cool. As you develop and grow, those are promotional giveaways, but nobody's going to buy them from you. Nobody goes to the freaking, whatever that candle store is in the mall and buys freaking t-shirts from them and walks around. They'll wear it if you give it to them. You might see some dude cutting grass in a Yankee Candle shirt, but he didn't buy it. You know what I'm saying? So don't waste your time and money on those types of marketing tools. Your marketing tools, we're just going to stick with the candle company. A lawn service is the same thing. And I want you guys to understand this is not scripted. This is all off the top of my head. If we sat down and did the numbers and really placed this out, man, I mean, running a business plan on this would not be that difficult. But you don't want to waste your time on those marketing tools. What do we really need? We need some stickers for the candles. We probably need some bags to put them in, maybe some kind of little stuffing around the bag. We definitely got to have a logo. You know, we got these little things. What you're going to do to market your candles is you're going to give them away. You're not going to give them away to stupid crap people. You're going to go and you're going to take them to your kid's school and you're going to give one to the secretary or you're going to give one to the principal and you're going to let them know that, hey, you know, Sarah's Candles is up and running. I just wanted you to have one, you know, and here we go. People always love to buy children's things. So you and your daughter get together and you start making candles together. This is not a side hustle. Remember, this is a business. I don't know your daughter's name, but we'll stick with Sarah and we'll call it Sarah's Candles. And there you go. And you do the best you can to make the best product you can. People have a hard time saying no to children. Fellas, if Sarah came up to you selling legit candles, like legit, are you not going to buy one? Come on, man. I mean, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard not to. So you're going to let her or yourself, you're going to give them out for free. You're going to waste a little money. And it's not wasting. It's really promotional. You're going to give these out for free. You're still working your job. And now your business, and you're still working your job to fuel your business. No more side hustles. Okay. I don't want to repeat that again. Side hustles are dead. You're a business owner now. And whatever you choose to start, it doesn't have to be candles. It does not have to be candles. Whatever you choose to start in the comfort of your own home, you know, what are you good at? Whatever you choose to start, do the best at it. Find the best. Listen, man, I want to remind everybody of this. Cheap shit ain't cool and cool shit ain't cheap. You understand? Cheap shit ain't cool and cool shit ain't cheap. When I tell my son all the time, buy it right the first time and you'll never have to buy it again. If I go to Lowe's for a tool, I don't look for the cheapest damn one. I go ahead and buy the $30, $40, $50 hammer because that hammer is it. I ain't loaning it out. You're not using it. It's it. I will have that hammer. You'll nail my coffin shut with that some bitch. You know, so it's that is it. So buy it right the first time. Never buy it again. Cheap shit ain't cool and cool shit ain't cheap, man. So make the best damn product that you can possibly make. And that is how you start your business. It is going to take you a year. Go at it hard. It doesn't have to be a candle company, but it's a hell of a side hustle and a way to make more money. And it's something that you and your daughter can do together in your free time. She will love it at 9 years old. Let her be active in it. Let her be active in the growth. And imagine if you stick with Sarah's Candles for the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. She's 15, 16 years old, and you're doing freaking 10 candles a day at $30 a pop. Yes, fellas, good candles. If you've ever, hey, ladies know, I buy them. Good candles will run you $20 to $30. I mean, it's it. That's the truth. And there you go. What do you think you put in a candle? I'd say a candle, a $30 candle, each one probably costs you what, 12, 15? So you're going to double your money every time. I mean, it's got to. I don't know the actual number. I'm sure we could look it up real fast, but to avoid all that, I'm sure we could Google that. But to avoid all that, a good candle is probably running you $12 what to make it. You got the mason jar or the candle jar, whatever you're putting it in, whatever type of jar that you're putting it in. You got the wax, you're probably able to make 2 or 3 at a time just in your kitchen on the stove alone. You know what I mean? So there's these little hacks like that, and you grow it from home. Anything you do is going to take you a 2-year time frame. Now, if you're slow at it and you don't really put in your due diligence and put the time in, it might take you longer than 2 years. But if you actively work at it every freaking day, it is going to take you a 2-year time frame. If you give yourself a real time frame and say, you know what, we're going to stick with candles. I'm going to have Sarah's Candles up and rolling in 6 months. I want, this many sales in a year. I want this much. Like you you really start honing in on your craft. Stay away from friends and family. Friends and family are your biggest haters. They will not support you. That's just it. They will not support you until you make it. 100%. And then they'll all be cheering you on. Yay, Sarah's Candles. We love you. We always knew you'd do great. Let us get one. Promotional shit. No. Stay away from friends and family. Don't tell them your ideas. Your ideas are your hopes and dreams. Like I always tell you guys, are a big ball of fire inside your chest. And that is what drives you forward to success. And if you sit back and you tell all your friends and families, we're going to launch a candle company, before you launch it, what are they going to do? They're going to shit on it. They're going to laugh at you. Somebody's going to say, oh, that's a good idea. But they're not going to say it with oomph and enthusiasm to make them feel like they believe in you. So you can be like, oh, man, maybe that's not really a good idea. Don't tell nobody shit. Just do it. And then launch it, and launch it to people that are not in your circle. Launch it to the principal at school. Here, we wanted to give you one of these, and and make sure everything's classy, make sure everything's legit, and just launch it out to people. Go to the church and pass one out here or there, or wherever you go, whatever you do, give them out to people, a couple at work or however it is. But that is a way to build and fuel a business. And that is the way that you create extra income for yourself. In the beginning, you ain't got to pay no taxes. Now, once you grow so big, when you're just doing, $100, $300 a week, just don't tell nobody. But when you're sitting back and you start doing, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week or a month, you better pay your taxes. Okay. But when you're just getting a couple $100, you ain't got to tell nobody. Don't say nothing to nobody. Just pocket your money and go on. So I don't know what you're into. I don't know. Maybe you're a great artist, whatever. And if you feel like you don't have anything to offer, that's BS. All right. Plain and simple. Everybody's got something. Do you write? Everything is going to take time. Do you write? If you're a writer, fellas, I'm talking to everybody here. I'm directing the conversation towards her so she can really understand that, there are things to do. But I want each and every one of you to understand what I'm saying. I'm directing this. It is for all of you. It doesn't just necessarily have to be Sarah's Candles. Sarah's Candles is actually a pretty dope idea. Then now that I think of it, I might try and make me some. It could be, Robert's Muffins or whatever. It doesn't have to be that, but that's how it starts. And so you need to develop a plan and say, hey, man, I'm really a good writer. I like to write. It's going to take me, if you're an unestablished writer, realistically, it's going to take you about 2 years for your book to take off. I mean, you'll have it wrote. You'll be trying to get rid of it. You'll be trying to push it off to people, places, and things. And it's eventually, though, if it's really good and really worth it, the market will reward you. And it's going to take about 2 years with hard work for that bad boy to launch. Sky's the limit then. Then you pave the way. Your name's out there. You can write another book. You can write 2 or 3 more books. Everybody knows your name now. You're good. You're good to go. Same way with Sarah's Candles. It'll take you about 2 years to launch. If you work really hard, you could launch a badass candle company in 6 months to a year, but you got to be dedicated and willing to put it in. When you get off work, you got to execute, and not play no games. And once you do that, it's going to freaking take off. You're going to pick up momentum and it's going to take off. And it's going to be like, man, these candles are really nice. These candles are really nice. I'll tell you a super hack. If I had some candles, I'd stand at that candle store in front of the mall and give some out and be like, don't go in there. Check this one out. Me and my daughter just made these. You can have one for free with the number on it or the email address or whatever in the basket. I'd have about 10 of them with me. You guys take that Christmas time. You guys take that. If you like them, give us a call. I'd put the price, everything in there. Let them know what smells you got. I'd have all that set up. Bam. You guys take that and give us a call. You see people walking in there, just give them promotional stuff from the store. I swear. I swear, man. I swear that would work. Like, it makes me want to go do it. But you know, nobody's really buying candles from a 40-year-old bald white guy with a gray beard and a Christmas, shirt. So like, who's this weirdo? So man, but fellas, this same thing works for you. Whatever you do, man, if you build decks, if you got freaking carpentry skills, if you got freaking construction, concrete type skills, this stuff works for you. Go promote yourself for free. I told you guys in a video a while back, I used to show up for free when I was trying to break into the entertainment business. I would show up for free, man, and I would sit down with, I didn't have a pot to piss in, and I would sit down with these guys in suits and ties. The people that weren't, so when I say these guys, I would have the opportunity to sit and talk to higher up people, the players in the room. They would let me in to talk to them, and I was picking their brain. I'm like 25, 26 years old, picking these guys' brain, or however old I was, picking their brain, trying to learn these things. And then you would have the people that weren't doing what I was doing, making fun of me. Now, granted, it didn't take off the way I thought, but the knowledge I picked up, and like I said, these people still, if I saw them today, they would be like, Robert, how are you, man? They would speak. I developed a name for myself amongst, higher echelon folk. And so it's same thing. If I had carpentry skills, if I had whatever it is, if you want to start a lawn service, you go do the exact same thing, man. Go cut you a yard for free. Just go cut a yard. You guys see those videos on YouTube, those guys cutting those yards, and here comes a neighbor. What are you doing? You think you could do mine? Kind of thing. Go do something like that. I know it's not what you want to do, and I know you need money right now, but this is no longer a side hustle. We're starting a business, and a business is a reflection of you. 100% a reflection of you. So I hope that helps. Again, if you find out that college is not the route for you, don't beat yourself up and be hard on yourself. Do not beat yourself up about it. College is not for everybody. I don't know what you're going for. I do hope it works out. Kudos to you again for not throwing your child's father on child support. Fellas in the comments, don't beat her up. Matter of fact, give her a round of applause. If you guys got any insight or anything for her, I hope this helps as far as how to make more money and side hustles. No more side hustles. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. Otherwise, it's pointless. You're building a business. I want you to think that way you don't waste your time, because when you're building a business, we're building it for the long haul. We're building it for family members, and we're building it for longevity, and it's going to be for those that we leave behind. So whatever business you build it for them. I want you to think about whatever, your lawn service, Sarah's Candles, what does it look like in 30 years? And then come back to reality and say, it starts here in the kitchen. It's that simple. It's going to be a hard, bumpy road, but that's how it's done, with an idea. That's the only thing that separates human beings from everything else. We can take something from up here in our imagination and we can bring it to reality and hold it in our hands. That is what separates us from everything else on this planet. We can take what's in our mind and hold it in our hands. We can build it and hold it. So I hope that helps, man. I don't want to make this video too long. I hope that's what you were looking for. You guys got anything out of this, please make sure you smash that like button, man. Leave me something in the comments below. And hell, I guess I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Bye.